everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I was a little bit taken aback by your response to my last video and my makeup in it. I have never been asked to do a tutorial so much before, and I was really flattered because you guys will know that this has been sort of a journey for me since I started my YouTube channel, and I've been learning lots about makeup and beauty, and I feel like I've come a long way. So for you to actually request me to do this look is it's just so lovely, so thank you so much. In this tutorial I'm going to be doing sort of a coppery eye colour, bit sort of burnt orange, and then I'm going to be doing a nudie pink kind of glossy lip. But there's also going to be a lot of emphasis on a really natural and defined brow. And for this I'm going to be using the Collection Define and Perfect Eyebrow Powder. This is a bit of an innovative product and it's actually got fibres in it. So for people with really sort of thin, sparse brows, this is going to thicken them up and make them a lot more defined and perfected. And for people like me who have naturally thick brows, when I lose hairs from my brows, it is so noticeable. So this gives me the opportunity to fill those areas in without it looking like I've just whacked a load of product in there. Because it's got the fibres, it fills it in and makes it look really natural. It comes in 3 different shades, and it comes in blonde, brunette and dark brunette, and you'll be surprised to know that I actually use blonde. And then to set my brows in place, I'll be using the Colour Lash Clear Mascara from Collection as well. So I really hope that you are excited for this video. I know that I have been so excited to show you this because I haven't been this excited about a makeup video for a very long time, so please do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But let's get started. So this is my face without any makeup on, and I'm going to start things off by using the Elizabeth Arden Privage City Smart SPF. So I just pop a pump of this on my face, and it comes out and it actually looks like foundation, but it's not. It just rubs into your skin like normal. It feels so soft on my skin. It's not got like a horrible texture to it at all. You know, like how sunscreens can have like a bit of an oily texture. This just melts in really nicely. So now it's time to start with my base. And as usual, I've got the By Terry Cellular Rose Brightening Serum in shade Sunny Flash. But I'm actually also going to be adding some of the Guerlain Terracotta Drops just to make it even more bronze because I am quite brown at the moment, although I don't look it in the monitor. So I pop 2 pumps of the By Terry Cellular Rose Serum on my hands, and I then add some drops of the Guerlain drops. As you can see, it makes me really glowy, and it also makes me a little bit more bronzed as well, and I just think it's a really nice combination to kickstart your makeup. So as you can see, that's all nice and glowy and probably a little bit red in patches where I've been touching my face. Then I'm going to use the Marc Jacobs Remarkable Foundation in shade Biscay Golden, which is shade 29, but I'm also going to add some of the Body Shop Drops of Sun just to warm it up again because, as I said, I am quite brown. So I just dab a small amount on each cheek and then also onto my forehead. I don't like to use too much of this foundation because it is quite heavy. Then a drop and a drop and a drop. It looks like I've got some weird skin condition. Then I take my iconic brush, which I don't know what number this is because none of them have numbers on, but it's just from the set. And I buff it all into my face. So that is my foundation, which is just so quick and easy. It's literally like drop, and then you just buff it in. For my concealer, I'm going to use the Double Wear from Estee Lauder, and I literally just dab this underneath my eyes. I also like to take this up onto my nose slightly just to help slim my nose down, my big sausage nose. And I take my beauty blender and just blend that in. And just take that into the corners of the eyes as well so that it all blends nicely. So now that my concealer's done, I'm going to take my bronzer, which is the Soleil Tan de Chanel, and I'm just loving this all the way through summer at the moment. I just buff this in all around the hairline to really sort of like glow up my face. And it just kind of instantly gives me a more tanned look. I just use this every single day because I just think it's so nice. And I also take it down onto my neck to blend it into my body. So that's my foundation, my concealer, and my bronzer finished. Now it's time to move on to the contouring. For contouring, I use the Rodial Instaglam Compact Deluxe Contouring Powder in shade 03. And this is just kind of my go-to contouring every day. And I just swirl the Zoeva Luxe Face Focus Brush around, and I just apply it really easily to the hollows of my cheeks. I don't like to go too overboard with contouring, so it's just very, very light. To contour my nose, I use the same contour, and I use a Luxe Brow Light from Zoeva as well, just to sort of take the contour down the sides of my nose, just subtly. And I just blend that into my eyebrow line. And take it down the other side. And then you just kind of taper it out to the end. Then just to slightly elevate the tip of my nose, I just dust some contouring in here, and then I just blend it in using my iconic foundation brush, just so that that's nice and blended. For my highlight, I'm going to use this little shade down here from the By Terry Sun Designer palette. It's my absolute favourite, and I'm going to use it with the Zoeva Luxe Powder Fusion brush. And I just add that really subtly to the highest points of my cheeks. And any excess I apply to my chin and in the centre of my forehead. And then I take my finger and just buff into my nose. This is just my favourite, it just adds that down your nose. As you can see, the Sun Designer palette has really sort of added a lot of radiance to my face. For my blush, I'm going to use the Milani Luminoso Baked Blush, which I got in America, and I just apply that really sort of subtly to the apples of my cheeks. And I'm using the Zoeva Luxe Highlight brush. I literally love this blush so much. It's got a really nice sheen to it, so it doesn't powder out your highlight either. It just sort of like blends into it really nicely. So now that all of that is done, I'm going to use the Dior Skin Forever and Ever Control powder. And I'm just going to use this in the areas where I get a little bit of shine, because I don't really have very oily skin, so if I apply too much powder, it tends to make me look quite fluffy. It's the only word I can think to describe it. I'm also using the Luxe Fan Brush, or as Ali calls it, the pancake brush. And I just swipe this either side of my nose in the sort of lines that I get here to just sort of blur them out, underneath my bottom lip, and just a little bit in between my eyebrows. This powder has a really nice blurring effect, so it leaves your skin looking really flawless. To finish off my base, I'm going to use the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist, which I picked up in New York. This is just to make sure that my skin doesn't look matte, and it just looks really nice and glowing and dewy. That's something that I find really important for my base, and this is just beautiful. You really don't need a lot of it either, just a couple of spritzes and you can just instantly see your skin sort of come alive a little bit. Next up is the most important part of most girls' makeup routine. It's the eyebrows. I'm going to be going for a really natural but perfected look, and I'm using the Collection Define and Perfect Eyebrow Powder in shade Blonde 1. And then to set my brows, I'm going to be using the Collection Colour Lash Clear Mascara, which is just a really inexpensive way to secure your brows in place for the entire day. So I'm using Define and Perfect in shade Blonde 1 because my eyebrows are naturally quite dark and quite dense. So quite often I need something that's actually going to lift the brows and make them look softer and more natural and less harsh. So I tend to go for a slightly lighter shade. But this product is really good for like thick brows like mine, as well as sparse brows, because it has these sort of fibres that fill in any sparse areas and just perfect your eyebrows, making them look a lot more natural and real rather than drawn on. And it is so important for me to have natural looking brows. It's also really, really blendable, so you can apply it and just brush it through your brows and it softens it even more. So I'll tend to apply it a little bit darker like this in the areas where my brows are far less dense, and then I'll grab my spoolie brush and brush it through to make sure it looks nice and natural. It's very, very sparse on this side, so this product will fill that in really nicely. Sometimes you can get a slightly harsher line, like you can see here, but again, just brush it through with the spoolie brush and it'll blend in really nicely. And again, just adding this to the sparser areas. And then to set my brows in place, I'm going to go in with the clear mascara. This really is such an affordable product, and I kind of feel like if you like natural but perfected brows, this really is a bit of a makeup bag essential. It's not glossy, so it doesn't make your eyebrows look like they've got a sheen to them, and it gives them a nice matte finish. And that is my brows nice and finished. Now I'm going to move on to my eyes. For my eyes, I'm going to start off by using the NARS Velvet Shadow Stick in, I think it's shade Goddess. It's like a really nice rose goldy colour. And I'm just going to pop this all over the lid and then blend using my finger, because I just find that works best. Then for the outer corner of my eye, I'm going to use the Zoeva Cocoa Blend palette, and I'm going to use this one here, which is Substitute for Love. I'm just going to blend that into the corner and the crease of my eye. This is like a really nice coppery kind of burnt orange, and then the same again on the other eye. Blend it out. Now I'm going to do my signature winged eyeliner using the Guerlain liquid eyeliner, which is one of my favourites. Right, that was a nightmare. You know when you're having that day where your eyeliner just will not go right? That was today, so it took me some time, but I'm finally ready to do my mascara. What a nightmare! So at the moment I tend to use a lash serum before I apply my mascara, because I just find that it's really helping my lashes look a lot longer and also just feel a lot softer. This is just a habit that I've got into over the last few months, and I really like it actually. I put it on before I curl them, and it just works really nicely with my lashes. For my mascara, I'm going to use the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir Major Mascara. So that is the mascara done, and I'm just going to quickly line the inner lash line of my eye just to give it a bit more of a dramatic look, and then I'm going to do my lips. I'm just using the Guerlain Kohl eyeliner, which I really like because it's just easy to use and it's really comfortable to hold. So I'm lining my lips with the MAC Strip Down lip pencil, and I don't tend to draw in my Cupid's bow. I know that some people don't like that, but for me I don't really have a prominent one, so there's no point in me trying. Then I go in with Honey Love, which is my trusty colour from MAC. And then to finish it off and make it really glossy, I'm going to use the Dior Addict Lip Gloss in shade 339 Gorgeous. This is probably my favourite gloss at the moment, and it just looks so nice layered over lipsticks. It's just beautiful. And that is the finished look. I really hope that you enjoyed this tutorial and this style of video. If you would like to see more of these types of videos, please do let me know in the comments below, and also let me know any of your thoughts. Whilst you're down there, please don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed this, hit the subscribe button for 2 videos a week, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!